Yeah!
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. We are recapping week 1 of marathon training. And if you're new to this, don't know who I am, my name is Steven. I am the Husky Runner, and I signed up for my first marathon on May 5th, which is the Pittsburgh Marathon. And on January 1st, we kicked off marathon training, and I am highlighting my training with these weekly recap videos. And this is week number 1. So just a quick rundown of what this week looked like. I ran on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We had a rest day on Thursday. I ran Friday and Saturday, so a total of 5 runs. And we ran about 24 miles for those 5 runs. I will say, moving forward, I did pick up some kettlebells. So my rest day on Thursday will turn into more of a cross-training day, and we'll probably have a full proper rest day on Sundays. But this week, we took Thursday off as well, and had a good week. So like I said, we kicked off this marathon training on January 1st, which was Monday, and that was our first run for this training block. And I ran a little bit further than I probably normally will on Mondays, at least for the next few weeks. But it was my last day of holiday break, and I didn't have to go to work, so I took advantage of that time, and we did a 6-mile run. I've had a lot of fun running to and through downtown Hollidaysburg. I don't live that far away. Like I said, this run was a 6-mile loop essentially, and it took me all the way to Hollidaysburg, through downtown, and back home. Normally when I'm running, I kind of stick to the neighborhoods and the country roads around me, but I've had a lot of fun going to Hollidaysburg, and you'll probably be seeing me running on those streets a little more often. On Tuesday, the goal was to run a 5K, and even though we were just coming off of holiday break, I actually had a remote day that day, and so my plan was to run the 5K around lunchtime. So I took the morning off, kept it real easy and chill, went and did some work at a coffee shop. I poured some latte art, just had a good morning, and then when lunchtime came, I got real busy with work and I wasn't able to run the 5K, so I wasn't gonna just skip it. I figured I'd push it back, push it to the evening, and I had to wait until the kids went to bed, which was around 8:30, and I didn't get out the door till 9 o'clock. I threw on my headlamp, threw on my chest light, and we went and we did this 5K. I did it at a more of a tempo effort than most of the runs that I've ever done. I actually pushed that first mile. The second mile of the 5K was more of an easy pace, kind of recover a little bit, and that last mile, we pushed it again, and it felt really good. I need to add more tempo work, and that is the plan moving forward with this marathon training. In the next few weeks, we're definitely adding more tempo efforts, but I don't really do them all that often, and forcing myself to do that, I realized how good that felt. Also, how much more worn out I was from that 3-mile run than the 6-mile run that was at an easy pace the day before. It was just kind of, eye-opening that I really need to be focusing a couple runs at least on some tempo effort. But we got that 5K done. I came home. By the time I got around and cleaned up and went to bed, it was around 11 o'clock. I hung out with my wife for a little bit, and I had my alarm set to wake up on Wednesday morning to run 4 miles. Surprise, surprise, my alarm went off on Wednesday and I woke up with a headache. And I think it was because of my run that night before. I didn't really drink anything before or a whole lot after that run. And I think I was dehydrated because I just had a pretty bad headache when I woke up. And I decided that this will probably have to be another night run. So again, once the kids went to bed, threw on the headlamp, threw on the chest light, popped in my AirPods, listened to the Choose Strong podcast, and we ran 4 miles at an easy pace. Again, we ran through the neighborhoods. I'm not super adventurous to run on these country roads at night, even though I'm illuminated. I kind of like sticking to some of the neighborhoods where it's a little bit easier to see me. I think eventually though, once we start adding more miles, and if I'm having to push runs to the night, that we will have to kind of explore some of these roads that are literally in the middle of nowhere. It's probably gonna scare me half to death, but we're gonna have to do it. But we got those 4 miles done, came home, showered up, I hopped on some video games with some friends, and we had a rest day on Thursday. Like I said, moving forward, Thursdays will probably be more cross training. I bought some kettlebells, so we're gonna do some of that on Thursday mornings. But this week, it was a rest day, so no running. I knew that we were having a snowstorm coming up on Saturday, and my son also had a soccer tournament Saturday morning. So I was prepared to switch my long run to Friday because Saturday we're supposed to get 8 inches of snow, and I wasn't quite sure how my day would break down and if I would be able to sneak in a long run. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know what it is, the tournament got canceled, and so I decided that I would be able to sneak my long run in Saturday morning before the snowstorm. So we were just gonna do a normal run on Friday. Friday, like the other 2 runs before, had to be done at night. So once my kids went to bed around 9 o'clock, I threw on all my lights and we went for a run again, put on another podcast, and we kind of just enjoyed an easy 5K, no tempo run this time with it. We just took our time and had a good time because I knew that the next day was gonna be a long run, and I did not want to just kind of push myself and wear myself out before we got to the long run. So Friday was just a chill run. So that just leaves us with Saturday's run. Well, we're off to a great start, everybody. Turns out I don't have a memory card for my Insta360. I left it at home. Newbie mistake. Oh, you can tell it's been a while since we made videos. Well, anyways, we are at the 6 to 10 trail in Duncansville, PA, getting ready to do our long run, our first long run of this training block. And you know, I'm excited. We're doing a 4 mile out, 4 mile back, so for a total of 8 miles. Trying to get it in before we have like a snowstorm coming. It's supposed to give us like 8 inches of snow, 5 to 8, I don't know, something like that, but trying to get it done before that. And yeah, we're the only ones here because it's like 24 degrees out, and who wants to be outside? I do. So yeah, let's go for a run. I'm sorry that the footage isn't going to be some cool 360 footage. You're going to have to suffer through some cell phone. But it's all good. We're still going to get it done no matter what because, well, first things first, I'm not doing this for YouTube. I'm doing this for me. I just wanted to bring you guys along, and I'll still bring you guys along. Just not as cool as I was hoping to be. All right, let's go, guys. All right, guys, we're 4 miles into the run. It's time we turn around and head 4 miles back. The 6 to 10 trail is a slight elevation gain for the first 4 miles, so I think I gained around 400 feet of elevation, and so we'll run that back downhill to the car, so probably go a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'm excited to wrap up the first week of marathon training. It was a solid run. I had a lot of fun. We kept it easy for the first 4 miles, and coming back on the slight descent, we picked up the pace a little bit, and it was just good to get off of the roads and onto the trails. Even though it wasn't really a technical single track trail, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna be avoiding those for a while because I have a habit of rolling my ankle, even though I love trail running. And I actually rolled my ankle about 2 months ago. That took me out for a few weeks. And I want to avoid that with this marathon training. I don't want to do anything that's going to take me out for a while. So unfortunately, if you're here because you loved the trail running content, that's probably going to be on hold, except for those rails to trails type of places that we just ran, because I don't want to get hurt. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome training block if you're training for a race, or just some good runs if you're just running for fun. I hope to hear from you guys. Let me know, are you guys training for a race at all? And if so, which race are you training for? I can't wait to get into week 2 and continue this journey and to see the progress we make each and every week. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are, and I'll see you next week.